Hi there everyone. No, not from boot sales. I've often made comments about the difference between what I call the worldwide shape of lamp, or the European lamp, the kind of lamp you would buy in, say, this country, Germany, France, Australia, India, as opposed to the American style, which was readily available, but now looks like it's changing with the influence from the worldwide manufacturers, in particular GE, that are getting lots of their lamps that would appear from Hungary, because the company bought out tons of them. We'll go over some of the what I call the genuine American shapes. It's easier to actually show than describe. The first one we come to, these might have been shown before, I don't know, but just suffice to say that the purpose of this is to show the difference rather than anything else. We might as well have a little look at the insides. This is what they call a vertical filament, which I've never seen over here or elsewhere. It seems to be a typical an American type of filament. It's very cheap, because this one I think has not even got one molybdenum sport wire. It's just a straight filament, so you know, it's very, very delicate. Anyway, you can see the shape. It's that shape there that we're looking at. Goes straight down to the actual base or cap. The etch, I think, has long since gone. It probably went before I picked this up. This was one of the other bulbs I bought when I was in New York quite a few years ago, and we went to a junk market, and there was someone with boxes of these, so I just sorted through them and grabbed. This is also a genuine American. It's soft white. There's no name on it. Probably sold by one of your stores. Ace, is it? There's Ace. Home Base. Is it Home Base? Not Home Base. It's Home Depot. Not to be confused with our B&Q, which copied their design. But anyhow, once again, this is possibly can't see the actual filament, but this is the same shape again, a typical American shape. It's an aluminium base, a bit of green there. They're several years old, these, but as I say, this is solely put in to give an idea of the American style. This is a good old Westinghouse, when it'll focus up. Westinghouse appliance, 40 watt, 115, 125 volt, 40 watt. This is one that'll be used in, I imagine, one of those very large fridges. Got the old Westinghouse symbol. This was made before Westinghouse was taken over by Philips. The Westinghouse you see now are just sort of rebranded, mustn't say that, lamps from the Far East, probably China, Taiwan, but this is a genuine American. As you can see, it's got this same shape. This is the part we're looking at, just there. Two more Americans. We've got this is probably another appliance lamp, or it might even be one that they use in the fans. Once again, note the shape. The base also screwed right up to the top. Typical filament array. This has got supports, be it 2, and I've got a visitor. I know. You've had your food. Yes, you have. Come down here. I do apologise. The pussycat always wants to get in on these. And the last one in the American series is a candle lamp. One of these that when I was a kid I dropped in America, and it felt, I don't know how I dropped it, but I did. It didn't smash, it just produced a little hole, and air got in, and when it was turned on it filled with white smoke. My uncle said, oh no, that'll still work, and of course I said it wouldn't. And when I was proved right, I wasn't very popular. Anyhow, there's another two. That one may have been made in Mexico. Same type of base right up to the box set. Now I'm going to have to, before I do the American ones, I'm going to have to rearrange the pussycat. Come on you. There you get. Oh, you're lovely. I know, you're beautiful. There you get. There's a lovely girl. You have to talk to the night children. They are really lovely. Right, I'll be back in a minute, just sorting her out, putting her in the other room. Right, sorry about that. Next up, I brought along 4 typically worldwide type lamps and shape. First one, if you like, is a fairly old lamp. This is probably, well, it's a Philips by looking at things. I do apologise for the dust. These are ones I just grabbed out of the loft. It's a Philips 230/60. I'm not going to rub it too much because it'll rub it away. It's actually made over here, Great Britain. It's a Philips. In the lead-in wires, they're very thin, and sometimes they incorporate a fuse. Actually, within there, those I think are just thin wires. They're not actually fuses. A typical type of filament, single coil with plenty of supports. 2, 4, 6 molybdenum supports. But this is the thing we're looking at. It's this shape at the base. It is typical worldwide shape. And come to perhaps a newer bulb. This is the bulb with the Waitrose name on it. Waitrose is one of our supermarkets. Obviously not made by them, but made for them. And this shows a typical shape, almost a modern day shape. Up next we do have a screw lamp. There's no name on it, but this is a European type screw. And finally, something that goes back a few years, and one I'm very pleased with. It's a Robertson GEC Limited carbon heater lamp. Well, the Robertson's name hasn't been used for, I say, donkey's years, so it's quite an old lamp. Alright, it's not a pip top. It's not a pip top. It's sealed in the normal way in the base. But you can see the filament. Typical carbon lamp filament. It's intact. The carbon is actually joined with like a bead of carbon, and also the supports are held with a bead of carbon. But also what we've really come to look at is the shape, and once again it is our typical shape. So just put that next to the American one, I think I've made it clear now what I'm trying to get over. Anyway, as I say, any comments please make. You know, it's the only way we can sort of learn is to have a look and see these things. I notice them on the videos that a lot of you have put up, and possibly because of my age I've sort of been around a bit longer, have seen these things, seen the changes, and I thought I'd point it out. Anyhow, once again thanks. Please subscribe, please comment, and once again thank you.